Hi friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. Pardon my voice, I'm still trying to get my voice back, but I've been dying to talk about this new Mad Max game. And of course, many of us that get Game Informer magazines here in the US, we got this wonderful Game Informer magazine about a month or so ago, and it has some great articles from Avalanche Studios about this wonderful game, Mad Max. I'm just so excited. I pre-ordered this game, God, it's been 2 years ago in 2013. And I was so excited to finally see something that is coming through. They got a wonderful article with just page after page of detailed interviews from the developer, Avalanche Studios, talking about the game, the vehicles, and the delay. There's certainly going to be some tie-in, I think, with the film. I think they went back and changed some of the game to correlate a little bit more with the film and the epic boss battles that are portrayed in the movie. So even though it doesn't take place in the same universe or the same film, the story, I think there'll be a lot of the tie-ins visually. It has that same kind of art style. It's in keeping with the new film, out in the wastelands and the desert and all that. But I'm really excited about this new trailer they just came out with last week called the Overview trailer, which talks all about the Mad Max game and how epic it's going to be. It really shows, for the first time, we're seeing wonderful footage that even shows how you can select your car, how you can do the upgrades, lots of RPG elements, even with your character. Kind of reminds me of Tomb Raider in a way, with some of the RPG elements and upgrading capabilities that you have is going to be epic. I'm so excited. This wonderful new Game Informer magazine came out about a month ago, and it just has a wonderful article about this fantastic game that's been in development that I pre-ordered back in 2013. I'm so excited. First, we have this wonderful new Wolfenstein The Old Blood DLC, which is coming out next Tuesday. I'm very excited about that. If nothing else has given me a reason to try to stay alive and to get better, it's the DLC for the new Wolfenstein. I'm so excited about coming out next week. I've personally enjoyed talking with the lead level designer of Machine Games. He sent me some very nice comments on my videos, and we've been kind of having a wonderful exchange about the incredible amount of work that Machine Games has put into the new DLC, as well as the original game that came out last year that was my game of the year for 2014. So I'm really excited about that. And this Mad Max game coming out in September is going to be over the top. I am so excited. So I wanted to take the time and talk about what I was impressed about with this new trailer called the Overview trailer that came out on the new Mad Max game from Avalanche Studios. And shortly before that came out, in correlation with this Game Informer magazine, there was also a couple videos of interviews with some of the devs at Avalanche Studios talking about how wonderful the game is, how they're really trying to make it the ultimate Mad Max experience. And to me, it's just fascinating. I remember talking to someone in the mid-90s after I had played Outlander on the Super NES, and I've never played it on the Genesis, but I'm dying to get one for the Genesis as well. And I remember how much that game meant to me. I said, finally, a Mad Max game that actually is just like something out of the Road Warrior. It's so cool, even though it was such a crude game and a little hard it's hard to go back and to play those games. Some of them don't age real well, but it's still a fun game, and I was delighted that there was a Mad Max movie tie-in. But I've been waiting, and I remember talking to someone that was a game developer in the mid-90s that I met in Los Angeles, and he said, Dean, he said, if it's a game that you're thinking about, that you love as a gamer and as a movie fanatic, believe me, there are other people that feel the same way. Don't be surprised if there's some collective pool out there where someone starts talking about it and then other people talk about it. Before you know it, it'll come to reality. And I thought it was far-fetched. I said, well, Mad Max is not everyone's favorite movie franchise or car film franchise, but I personally love it. Many of you know I have a Mad Max license plate on my truck, my Hemi Ram Dodge truck, and I'm a huge fan of Mad Max. I've seen all of them so many times. I love watching them on Blu-ray. I have the Blu-ray trilogy I got recently, and I'm very excited. I've seen every single one at the theater, and the new Fury Road that's coming out, I think it's going to be out next month, is going to be epic. I can't wait. I think it's coming out May 15th, and it looks fantastic. So I'm glad that Avalanche put more time into the game. And getting back to the trailer, when I saw it, that they showed actual gameplay and menus showing the cars, that you can select the car, the magnum opus that you want to build. Your car gets stolen early in the game, and it's up to you to build a whole new car while you're trying to survive in the wasteland. So it's a game about survival. They're not going to have it so much about hoarding every gallon of gas to where you got to run out of gas constantly, which is one of the things that irritated the piss out of me with Outlander at the time, is that you had to constantly stop for gas and, and have a little fight outs in each little town to get gas to get back on the road to keep going. So they said they balanced it more to where there'll be plenty of fuel, but you'll have to have a lot of things to scavenge for parts, to upgrade your car, possibly side quests and things that you'll do. You help this person find things, and it said that in the trailer. And one guy says, you help me, find this black powder I need, and you'll be set for weapons for life, And so I can see the side quest and where it's going. It's great. You can level your character, your Mad Max character himself up, your magnum opus, the car which you pick. You can upgrade it. Each upgrade has its pros and cons. It may put a lot of weight on the front of the car, or maybe it doesn't handle as well, but it gives you more ramming potential. So they've carefully balanced out the cars to where they're going to handle and react to where you tailor make the car that's for you. And you can even visually, it'll have upgrades, just maybe with a paint job or some little added embellishments on the car that kind of personalize the car. So I like the direction they're going. Avalanche at one point said that, and I love Just Cause 2 because it's so massive and it's such a wonderful game. And they said that the map on the new Mad Max game is very similar in size and scale to the map that's in the entirety of Just Cause 2, which is impressive. So this promises to be a huge open world. Excuse me, lots of scavenging, lots of looking for gasoline, for food, for water, for parts. I've heard that they might even have the Mad Max dog, the little Australian Shepherd, in there. And I've heard that he might even help you find water and food. He'll have some purpose. So every element, and then you have a little sidekick. It's a mechanic that works in your car and helps you upgrade it. He also is like your kind of sidekick in the game and stays as a part of the car and helps you do car combat, use a harpoon gun to shoot things and pull things away, or shoot other vehicles and stop them, what have you. It looks very, very cool. I like the different locales, very dramatic elevation changes, beautiful vistas with the windswept sands blowing over the environments. Instead of having a hard invisible walls on the edge of the map, they'll instead introduce these giant sandstorms and like natural phenomena, which are going to be fantastic. So it really is going to really try to keep you immersed. You can see they put a lot of time and thought into this game to make it the best Mad Max experience ever. So it's exciting to see that something that started off with just a simple concept, because I knew that other people loved the Mad Max franchise, and that's what I was hoping, was to see something come to life that would really augment the movies and be a nice addition to just watching the films. I love the Fast and Furious and Bullet and other Vanishing Point and other great car movies, and certainly any of these films would lend itself to some kind of a wonderful video game. But Mad Max is like perfect, Rage was probably the closest game that we had to where you had the car combat and that Road Warrior type cars and weaponry and all that, and the mutants and kind of an open world areas. And so even though I love Rage, this is really the Mad Max game and experience that'll help you to kind of get inside the mindset of Mad Max. And it even has some wonderful first-person modes. It looks like you'll be able to see from inside the car. You'll be able to switch different views. Wonderful combat as far as melee combat, very much like Batman, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Origins, or even Sleeping Dogs, which I love the ability to. I noticed it said that you could do some pairing in some of the menus, so which means that you'll have some abilities to probably do some kind of sword fighting or melee fighting, and you can counter strike or block things in the way of parrying with swords or some type of battle axes, who knows what. I think there'll be lots of melee weapons. You'll certainly have guns and probably limited shotgun shells for a sawed-off, Max's wonderful sawed-off shotgun and all that. So I'm really excited with where they're going with the game, what they're doing with it. I love the menus, the upgradability, RPG elements they've added look fantastic. I've watched this trailer like a half a dozen times. I'm so excited. I remember I called my friend Mikey of Mad Max '09's channel, and I've been on the phone with him, and he said, "Dean, I haven't heard you so excited. It's like you came back to life." I said, "Well, I was blaming on Avalanche Studios and this wonderful new Mad Max trailer. I've been so excited." And he hadn't seen the trailer, so I said, "Well, stop what you're doing. Don't talk to me. Watch the trailer for God's sake, and then call me back because I'd love to hear your input on it." So he watched it. He doesn't usually like to watch too much in the way of spoilers because he likes to see the game and be surprised with what's coming. But he, like myself, has been interested to see where they're taking the game and how it's being developed. So he goes, "Well, I'll watch it. I'll get back to you." Sure enough, a few minutes later, he called me back, and we had a wonderful exchange about this wonderful overview trailer. And I'll have a link to that trailer down below, as well as another interview with these actual Avalanche Studio devs. And you can see where they're going with the game, the mood, the feeling, the vibe, and the premise that they're going after. This will be probably my game of the year. I'm so excited. I love cars, and I love the Mad Max franchise, and the fact that Avalanche Studios could have popped the game out a year or two ago. Instead, they put more time into it to make it kind of be more of a tie-in with the film. They've consulted George Miller himself as far as the elements of it and what would be in the Mad Max universe and what wouldn't. So I don't think it fits with any particular timeline with the films. I think it's its own kind of in a parallel Mad Max universe. And you're just going through this endless wasteland and just trying to survive any way you can. So it's a fascinating premise. I love the strange, over-the-top vehicles. The car combat looks wonderful, very visceral. They got wonderful blur effects, speed effects, fantastic explosions, heavy-duty, heavy metal car combat, head-on collisions, ramming, side-swiping at high speed, the whole deal. And there'll be many times where you'll be able to you'll have the pacing, I think, in the game to where you can kind of take your time, look at it from a distance with binoculars or a telescope to kind of check out your environment. There'll be these stationary hot air balloons you can take up, and they show part of that in this trailer. And then from there you can see the horizon and see what's coming. And kind of like the radio towers in Far Cry, you'll be able to see maybe more of the map or what's out there by taking these balloons up. So they've kind of emulated a lot of other successful techniques that work so well, especially with some of the Ubisoft games, with Assassin's Creed. And I think you'll see that with there'll be a grappling hook gimmick, maybe similar to Just Cause 2. You'll be able to do melee combat, climbing, probably a little platforming, and the pacing will probably have time to do some searching for things where it'll be quiet 1 minute and then there'll be surprise things that can happen in the environment. The trailer looks very promising, so I'm really excited. Watch the trailer, and I'm sure many of you have already seen it and probably equally as excited as I am. This is the first thing that's made me inspired to get in front of a camera and talk again, because I'm so excited about this game. And the fact that Avalanche Studios is taking a franchise of a film that I love so much, and it's bringing it into reality with a wonderful game that we can immerse ourselves with escapism and get into. So if the Wolfenstein The Old Blood wasn't enough to be excited about coming out next week, I can't wait to play that. I'm very excited about that. This is something to look forward to later in the year. So I've had it pre-ordered for 2 years now. I think if you pre-order, you get this car called the Ripper. It looks like an old Pontiac Catalina or Bonneville. It looks very cool. So I love this game. I love the upgrades, the RPG elements. I like the fact that it's open world, that you can create the character you like, the fighting techniques that you like. Your car, you may want to streamline it and have it more fast to get in and out of trouble faster. Or you may want to have it more heavy duty for more head-on collisions and ramming. It's up to you. You build it the way you like, and there'll be some fine-tuning elements to fine-tune the cars for the type of combat and adventure that you're looking for. So let me know in the comments what you think about this new Mad Max game. Is this something that you're looking forward to? It says the Road Warrior returns, and that to me is even more fitting. It's more like the Road Warrior, the second movie, really, than it is Mad Max. But I love this concept. I think it's going to be explosive. I think it's going to be a wonderful car combat game, and this is the one game that I'm going to really savor from start to finish and sink some serious time into. So let me know in the comments what you think. And I also wanted to say a special, wrap this up with a special thank you. Thank you to all my friends and subs or people that have been watching my channel for whatever reason over the years. Thank you so much for your kind words, for your faith in me, and for your prayers and kind thoughts and words of encouragement to help me through this really difficult time. I've been through a very, very difficult period of time with my health. I've lost over 40 pounds in the last 4 weeks. I had a procedure done last Friday where they were able to dilate my esophagus to where now I can eat solid foods and I can talk a little bit better. And it's going to take a while for everything to heal. My throat and voice is still hoarse, so bear with me as I'll try to do more videos. But my hoarseness is getting down there, so I'll have more of a Clint Eastwood voice than I'd probably care to have. But I appreciate your patience in either way with it. Again, but thanks so much for your kind words. I wanted to have something positive to come back to, and this certainly is a great reason to get back in front of the camera to talk about this. It's actually been out for a while. I wasn't able to actually talk about it because my voice was so bad last week. This is the first day where I felt I could get in front of the camera and say something positive. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm back. I'm going to try to do videos each week. This has been a really tough time, one of the most depressing and hard, difficult times in my entire life. I've had to deal with so many changes, withdrawals from getting off from the soda and a lot of the things that I was addicted to, horrible headaches, massive manic depression, very suicidal thoughts. I mean, this has been a very tough time, and it's only been because of my close friends, my wife, and even my pets, everything. It's the little things at the end of the day that made the difference, that gave me a reason to hang on and to really make the changes necessary so I can be around and be here longer, so I can enjoy life and be there for my wife and my friends, for my fellow YouTubers, and be part of the community that I love and talk about gaming, which has kept me going. So I haven't done too much gaming. I keep returning to GTA 5. I just love it so much on the PS4. I've had a lot of fun with that lately. And I'm going to try to get back and finish up Max Payne 2 on my Xbox 360, which I've had so much fun playing. So until then, guys, thanks so much for your viewership, for your wonderful support. It means so much to me. It's really given me a reason to try to pull out of this and try to get through this. This has been a very, very difficult time, but I feel so much better now. I feel like I have the answers that I need for my health, and I can turn things around. It's just going to take a little time. So thanks for your faith in me and for being, good friends and fans of my channel. It means so much to me. I really do appreciate it. Enjoy your life, enjoy your gaming and your favorite films, and let me know what you think about this new Mad Max and the new Wolfenstein The Old Blood DLC that will be coming out next week, which is a digital download for the Xbox One and the PS4. I'm not sure. It might probably on PC too. I don't know if it'll be on the older platforms or not, but I'm very excited about that as well. And we'll be talking about that hopefully next week. So thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy your games.